Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video, it's Pose Season 3, Episode 1, entitled On the Run. I give a full episode recap with photos offset to the side, and then I give my review at the end. No need to dig around. I have all of the minute marks in the comments. It's all coming up next. It's 1994 in New York City, and cops are called to the Hellfire Club for a raid. They're shutting the place down because they are, quote, spreading that disease. Electra vents to Blanca how she's so upset that there's regulations shutting down and stopping her coin. But Blanca reminds her that she always has wonderful ideas to make more money. Blanca then confronts Lamar about dodging her calls and not going to see Cubby. He reports that he's creating a house that actually dominates and sustains. Blanca and Electra find out that the ballroom now is all about cold, hard cash, not plastic trophies and SpaghettiOs. He tells her to get her stuff together, and Damon, who is one shot away from giving hand jobs as constellation prizes. Things get heated and almost turns into a fight. Electra wants no hands and punches thrown, but all fights to go down in the ballroom. And with that being said, Lamar challenges Blanca and the Evangelistas to walk against him and the cons. Electra and Blanca walk away, and Lamar taunts as they do so. Electra doesn't have time for the BS and has other business to attend to. Pray Tell announces as the kids work until they get word that the DJ has an announcement concerning the winners. This time, it's not just a trophy, but $1,000 cash money. And there's another house present that wants to battle. The children are upset that the category was closed and it's not fair. But Pray Tell reminds them that all of the rules and everything that's fair is up to the committee. Now, the legendary and upcoming House of Khan are ready to take center stage. Get over it, it's a competition. Step aside, and the category is love. The DJ drops the beat and they play Regulators. And oh, Pray Tell goes on. Look who we have here. Y'all know Miss Pretend Khan? Oh, well, if you haven't, word on the street is that she don't play when it comes to the runway, honey. Look at that bone structure. We haven't seen this kind of beauty since, Angel from House Evangelista. And ooh, the shade is felt. And he says, oops, did I say that out loud? No shade, but you ain't walking today. Queen of Hearts it is. Is that you? I see, but you must remove your mask so we can see your face. Woo, and she unveils, yes, honey, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Woo, and then here comes Lamar working it down the walk. You can't buy this level of excellence. He has walked into 1994 without missing a beat. Oh, hell, Father Khan. Why are you gagging, ladies and gentlemen? Judges, your scores? 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Woo, come and get your trophy. The next day, Manhattan counts the money and realizes that they're $576 short to pay the House of Khan. The money that they waved around at the ball was just a whole bunch of dollar bills. They know they need to have the money because word on the street is that the House of Khan jumped someone over a pair of shoes. Speaking of the devil, the House of Khan arrives demanding their prize money. Pray Tell reminds them that, hey, be humble because not too long ago, you were Electra's errand boy. And come correct. The House of Khan doesn't take too lightly that they don't have their money, and a scuffle emerges. Blanca wakes up with her new boo Christopher, and he tells her about how beautiful she is when she sleeps. She reminisces how she used to always have to sleep with one eye open, worrying about her kids. But now, when she sleeps with him, it feels like Sleeping Beauty. There's a news report about Nicole Simpson, O.J. Simpson's ex-wife, and the unfortunate murder. Blanca explains that she doesn't want to leave, but she has one child at home and one that went home last month. And Quincy has jumped houses. Christopher understands and he kisses her goodbye. Angel breaks up some conversation assumed to be flirting, but Poppy lets her know that it's a receptionist from another sweet company. Angel is worried because she's frustrated she hasn't booked any gigs in a while. He's super busy and tells her everything will be okay and demands a hug to soothe her thoughts. Pray Tell tries to sell perfume at the mall, but customers ignore him but indulge in the free samples. He then goes and sneaks alcohol drinks on the side. We learn that Pray Tell has tried to numb himself to forget the harsh feelings of another funeral. The council members say that they smell nothing but alcohol on him and don't approve of his behavior. Pray Tell can't take anymore, and it seems like to him that it's just over and over and over again, the same thing. He's deeply, deeply saddened that the one has just passed is 25 years old. He's upset that the children are acting out of control. They don't listen to anyone. The ballroom scene has become all about cash, and it's all of those tired lip syncs. He's over it, and he doesn't want to MC anymore. He says, "I love you guys, but I don't have anything left to give." Blanca drops off some flowers for Cubby, and he's disappointed that Lamar hasn't come to see him, and he says so much for family. Blanca reminds him that your real family wants to see you, more specifically, your mother. He tells her that when I came out to my mom, she said I would die from this disease. I wanted to prove her wrong, but she was right. Blanca, look at me. I'm dying. She doesn't want to see me. What you mean? You can't even see her. Your mother didn't come here to prove anything. She wants to make things right. She wants to see her baby. You know what, Blanca? Make sure you put some Carmex on me because I don't want my mother reading my chapped lips. Blanca tells him, you haven't changed a bit. And he demands his compact. And she says, here. Blanca, am I still beautiful? And she says, beyond. Here's your compact. Bam! Blanca holds back tears as Cubby mimics looking into the mirror. Cubby's mom arrives, calls out to him, baby? And he calls out to her, mama, mommy. Blanca vents to Nurse Judy about how emotionally draining the job is. But Judy tells her, you have something special. Despite everything, you're a very caring and loving person. And she encourages Blanca that it's never too late to go after your dreams. You should be a nurse, and it's just something that's in you that you can do. Blanca comes home to an empty house. There's no Damon. She cuts on the television, and it's something that makes her freeze in her place. Ricky is upset that Pray Tell only drinks liquor, and he made dinner, and he's ignoring the fact that he's trying to calm him down and help him to have a good evening. He even states that you forgot about my second call for the audition. It's for Janet Jackson, the tour. Pray Tell thinks that his drinking is not too much and ignores everything that Ricky is saying and gets a call from Blanca because she wants to have a watch party over this OJ stuff. Pray Tell reassures everybody that OJ, white people love him. He's winning all these games. He's in those funny movies and even selling them cowboy boots. When white people love you, you are racist. Now he's guilty until proven innocent. He's black now. Lulu and Angel kick it, and Angel is still bummed that other models are getting gigs and not her. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm back on the pole. Look, I wanted to do accounting, but I only have an associate's degree, and a bachelor's is what they want. But really, college isn't paying. She pulls out a blunt, and Angel says, let me get a few puffs. But she notices that this blunt isn't the same. She was like, what's in this? Lulu says, oh, it's just sprinkled with a little crack. And Angel's just like, wait a minute, what? Don't you think you should have told me? Girl, it takes the edge off. And I didn't give you nothing. You took that blunt out of my hand. She then gets a call from Blanca about coming over to see this O.J. Simpson stuff. And she says, O.J. Simpson? Who is that? Girl, bye. Hangs up the phone. Judy and Damon join the watch party, and Pray Tell is drinking like something crazy. Damon walks him to the side and says, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. And Pray Tell thinks that he's trying to pull him aside for something else. Damon leads him to his room and then shows him an Alcoholics Anonymous book, but Pray Tell isn't trying to hear it. Electra has arrived and hopes that what they made her cancel her day for is well worth it. When she finds out it's a car chase involving O.J. Simpson, then she's intrigued. Lulu and Angel arrive, and Angel is already bored and wants to step to the side and smoke. Electra and Blanca notice the change in behavior. Pray Tell yells, "Oh, y'all about to smoke? I'll be happy to join." Lulu sparks it up, and Pray Tell notices that the smell is a little bit different. Angel lies to Pray Tell and says, "Oh, it just has a little cocaine in it." And Pray Tell says, "You know what? I'm good." Poppy arrives with some pizza, and Blanca is just happy that everybody is back under one roof. As they eat pizza, Electra says, "Oh, announcing isn't that hard and it isn't that bad." And Pray Tell throws a little shade by saying, "Yeah, if all I had to say was, 'Come judge for me, come judge for me,' then yeah, I would say it wasn't that hard either." Blanca wants to bring Evangelista back. And it's not about her legacy, it's about everybody's legacy. Lamar and the House of Khan are trashing the ballroom, and it's all about money. It should be about creativity and family. We started from the bottom and became stars. We need to walk again as a house. Everyone is down, and Electra says, "The moment that we don't win a category and a trophy, I'm out." Chris continues to study, and Blanca says that she's always wanted to do certain things with school. Now she's interested in nursing, but she's really intimidated. She barely finished high school and still has trouble reading. He encourages her to keep moving forward, and he also wants her to get to meet the parents. She's kind of hesitant about that and was like, "I don't know," but he's determined that this is the next level in their relationship, that he loves her, and it shouldn't matter what others have to say. Later on, they both get dressed to go meet his parents, and he gives her a crash course about them. "My dad is a Morehouse man, and my mom went to Spelman, and I'm an only child." As he continues, Blanca gets an unfortunate call. It's about Cubby. It's unknown if he can hear anything that they say, but they think it's best that they share nice stories about him and fun times. His mom regrets her ignorance and not knowing her anger chased him away, but she thanks Electra for taking care of him. She apologizes over and over again for letting him go. After a few moments, unfortunately, we hear the flatlines. Lamar nonchalantly arrives to the hospital unaware of the bad news. He claims that he was busy at a fitting and too busy building a house. There's a fight between everyone because he didn't even let Cubby into his own house. He claims that, "Of course I didn't. He was getting sloppy." And Pray Tell loses it. Electra has to separate them because he's screaming, "How dare you?" over and over again. He was sick. Blanca tries to calm everyone down because she feels that Cubby wouldn't want this arguing. And Electra says, "You're right. He would want us to fight it out on the ballroom floor." "Mother, are you challenging me?" "Yes, tonight." "Well, it doesn't seem fair since y'all have been in retirement and haven't walked in ages." "Now I'll go see my brother." He goes to see him in privacy and finally sheds a tear behind closed doors. It's the House of Evangelista against the House of Khan. It's head-to-head showing face and walking. Lamar and Damon also step in. Then Mother Electra arrives, stopping Lamar in his tracks. They all make their final pose at the end of the round. Khan receives their scores. 10, 10, 9, 10, 9. Now it's time for House of Evangelista. 10, 10, 9, 10, 10. House of Evangelista takes the crown. Blanca asks if she can take the mic, and she sends a shout out to the House of Khan with love. She says, "Shout out to Lamar in building a wonderful house. It's beautiful. Despite everything and all of our differences, we all showed up because we're family. Ballroom is our home. We've all been on the run too long. You're always running, and nobody can catch you. Running does nothing. Brother Cubby, abundant to Wintour, passed, and today we stopped running. I love all of y'all, and I love Ballroom. Our family will donate our $500 prize to the GMHC in Cubby's name. To Cubby." Later on, they catch dinner and they all share laughs talking about their win. Christopher arrives and Blanca introduces him to everyone. Everybody loves seeing Blanca so happy. Blanca takes a visit to the Manhattan Technical College to get an application. The receptionist reminds her that she has 2 weeks to register before the fall classes begin and kindly asks, "What are you interested in studying?" And Blanca says nursing. She goes outside on the steps to fill out her application. And that is the end of the episode. It was so refreshing to see the cast back on the set, to see everyone displaying these wonderful, well-written characters. Now, this is the last season, and there's probably a lot of things correlating with production, with proceeding on to other seasons, not only because of budgeting, but also the creator and some of the writers vent about how much they were being paid per episode. Now, I don't know if that goes along with ratings or with contracts, I don't know. But the fact that instead of them just dropping this series and not giving us closure, I could say that some of the silver lining in this situation. I love this show and I could have seen it go on to like 5 seasons, but a series like this and a lot of the plot lines, it is more fitting to have maybe 3 or 4 seasons. So it shouldn't be a downer about this because, like I said, a lot of the plot lines either should be coming to a close or should be a leisure of hope, insisting what the future will be like. Because a lot of shows that are dealing with reality, things of life, everything just keeps circulating and circulating, or it gives indications of things coming to an end. A good example would be how to not overexert a series is Walking Dead, right? You have this plot line of zombies and people running for cover, looking for food, looking for water, moving, finding a new thing, finding a new enemy, and it's like, okay, when are we going to bring this to a close? When are we going to have some type of indication of how the future is going to go? The same thing with maybe a lot of shows that deal with cops or violence or something like that. You have a repetitive thing of the streets that's never going to go away. So it's like this ongoing battle of what's next. With this show, we have stories and plot lines that can give us some sort of closure. There's gonna have to be, I really want them to release the who's and the whys, but y'all, it's business, it's the entertainment industry, and maybe along the way they'll start to discuss more why the show for real stopped and why it came to a close. The writing is still great. I love the energy. I love how we're picking up right where we left off. It feels like the cast didn't miss a beat. It was just beautiful to know that even during the pandemic that they were able to put this body of work together. So I'm just super excited. I had my sound blasting. I love the scores in this series. The music that they pick is just beautiful. It's fitting for each situation, each moment. The acting is phenomenal. Congratulations to the show winning several awards, and of course Billy Porter winning several awards. An amazing thespian, an amazing singer, and just pulling all of it together was just beautiful to see. It was a good opener. I didn't feel like there was anything lacking. I didn't feel like they moved so far forward in time that I was confused. It was great. It just felt like we just took a little break. It felt like it was just on last week. I mean, not emotionally, because it feels like it hadn't been on the air for 5 years, because I've been missing my pose, honey. But the fact that we just picked up and kept going, it was beautiful. Everyone did an amazing job of keeping like their same looks, which was nice, because a lot of actors, they can either gain, they can either lose, because they have a lot of other roles going on. So it was good timing that a lot of them were able to film the show, because some people do movies, some people do other series, and maybe they won't have time to film. But it was great knowing that they all came back, that majority of the core cast returned, and they were able to pick up on the writing. Because sometimes when other actors are doing other things and have to make up something about in the script about why this character is gone, and then the real reason is because they're doing another show, that's kind of a bummer. So it was good that a lot of the core cast came back. So I'm just super duper excited. Let me know what you thought about this episode 1, how you feel about the series coming to a close. And if you are new to the Pose franchise, I encourage you to go to the FX website, sign up for a free registration if you don't have that cable channel. Binge watch, you guys. And I even think a couple of seasons are on Netflix. But if you don't have Netflix, if you don't have any of those sources, there is, I think, a 14-day free, what is it called? Free account. There we go. So you can watch it and binge watch it. Amazing acting. It's just a really good show. A lot of people explained, I think after season 1, that they were really uncomfortable watching the show. You know, uncomfortable with watching topics such as age, HIV, homosexuality. But this is reality, right? This is life. These are things that are going on. These are real people's lives. If it's a world that's too uncomfortable, then maybe that might open to your eyes and learning different things. To me, it was eye-opener on things that I already knew about from growing up with people who have a connection with the LGBTQ community. Even though I am a heterosexual woman, I thought it's not only amazing artistry and open the eyes to people who are unaware and maybe have stigmas about the community, watching this and getting a salt grain of that core time and how it affected the essence and the family and the culture of everything that happened. So it's just good to just open your eyes to different things, to erase stigmas, to erase things that you think might be a certain way or a way to interpret, and just watch. And if it makes you uncomfortable, try to understand why it makes you uncomfortable. And everybody deserves to be loved. Everybody deserves to be heard. And this series definitely did that. I think that's why it was a heartbreaker for a lot of people, because a lot of people were able to see a world that they weren't familiar with, or things that maybe they thought about it and then they realized they thought a certain way because of stereotypes or stigmas. It brought you in emotionally to understand that we're all human. We all deserve love. We all deserve protection. We all deserve creativity and to be able to express ourselves in the way that our hearts desires. But let me know what you think about this show. I'm sad that it's coming to a close, but I'm glad that they're providing us closure. Subscribe, hit that like button. Make sure to respect one another in the comments. I can't wait to see what you guys thought about it. And you know, I reply to everybody, whether we agree or not. It's okay to agree to disagree. In the meantime, take care of yourself and each other. Stay tuned. I have episode 2 that will be loaded right after this. And make sure you click the link right now. It's gonna pop up. It should be on the left hand side. Click that box. Watch episode 2. Love you guys. Until next time. Bye.